And we are live.
Easy
Are we live?
Episode. What are we on here?
Did we text each other and tell each other what to wear? In the group chat, innit?
I don't think we did.
I was the hoodie today. I was the hoodie today.
This is. I've got changed. I've got changed. I've just wearing.
I've got the same shorts on.
I've gone all out today though. I've brought the cycle, so we're always all black, but I've got some white trainers on. So
I was saying to someone the other day, I was like, the worst thing to do is bring out clothing and then just wear it all myself. All the stock, I'm like, that's a new hoodie. I'll just put that on.
Just put it on.
It's in the back of
Mark
the
on
car. Yeah, but that'll be out next week. So if you want to buy one of these, it's out next week. How are we anyway?
All good, mate. Just noticing that them tanners are working, aren't they?
Literally,
We are ready.
all you can see is eyes and teeth right now. So yeah, I've just changed race. Do I look brown?
Yeah, sure.
I've definitely got like tanorexia or something because I don't feel brown.
No, you're definitely
Yeah.
brown.
Your legs are brown,
Like,
What have you done the half an hour?
yeah, just an half IU, yeah.
Feel sick?
I feel like, you know, that off white chicks where it's like, love the chocolate hair. I feel like Terrell. Paint me.
Terry Crews.
You feel sick
White
off it?
chocolate. No, mate, it doesn't make me feel sick. Have you done melatonin before?
I never have. I've heard people say the
I can't tell.
I'm pale now. Last year I was on all day.
Yeah.
I've heard people say this, the injections make you feel ill, the nasals are alright, but I've never done any of them.
Nasals don't work as well
They're
as
not
gels.
as good. It's pointless. You may as well just be a man and just go for it.
But then say if you're doing like them fasts, it's not too bad then.
Yeah.
If you
It's when you're pushing food and then you do one of them injections, you
give
fuck
you
your
a
day.
massive hard on though.
Yeah, they do.
Don't
Yeah.
they? I
Have
remember.
you seen in the packet of the box that we got?
No.
It says on it. It says that.
What gives out?
May cause erections.
Honestly, when I was younger, I used to like sub into like lifeguarding for like this gym when the lifeguards went on the dinner, and I was like in shorter shorts than these, which is pretty hard, and like on Melatonin, sat at the side of a pool, and then fucking Melatonin up, hard on like that. Doris is at other end of the pool going, Ryan. I'm like thinking, I can't belt tuck this, I can't stand up, I was like, yeah, love. She's like, there's something, and I'm like, fucking, not a chance.
Wear a rubber ring
So
on,
I'll
like,
sort it in a bit, just carry on, do a couple of lengths, carry on. Yeah.
Carissa don't watch this, so it's fine. But fucking years ago when she did him, she was like, she's going to go to the doctors because she's like wet all the time. She didn't know what was going on. She's like, I think I need to go to the doctors. And I said, you're just fucking horny. You forgot what it feels like to be fucking horny. That's the difference.
Does it do that to women? Yeah.
It must do, she was into me because I looked like a chocolate man.
Yeah.
Deep
love
in
the
off
chocolate.
season, off prep. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, deep in prep I was, yeah.
You got no chance.
Fat fuck now.
Yeah, they do work though. But I'm just preparing myself for holiday because I know I'm just going to be coming back a different race.
Absolutely.
The worst thing is I don't like going on the sunbed 3 or 4 times a week just to then go a little bit red to then go white again.
Yeah.
So this I just go on once a week, maybe like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But don't promote skin cancer. 15 minutes and then I'm done for the week.
But they are good though, because when you do take them and then do go away, you don't burn, do you?
That's what I mean.
Do you know what I mean? It's the
You don't have to
quality.
worry about like, fuck's sake, I've got Factor 50 on, I've got a t-shirt on it, pool, I'm like a ginger kid.
I have to do it. Yeah.
I'm alright because I've just not shaved, so I won't get burnt anyway, I'll be alright.
I do like the pre-burn here. So if I go on the sunbeds here, I'll burn for a day, I'm sound. If I don't go on the sunbeds here, I'll burn for a day and I'll fuck well.
What
Oh, right.
So I have to do the pre-burn.
I think the sun's different though when you're away in it. Like
It definitely does hit
it
differently.
hits
Yeah,
different,
yeah.
and then you fucking.
It's like Fanta lemon taste.
Like just Fanta lemon and Lay's. That's like literally pre going out.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just like, I'm not going out anyway. I'm gonna stay here and watch this Spanish
Eat Lay's
TV.
and swallow Fanta.
Full on fucking bilingual with Spanish because I'm watching Friends in Spanish. I don't like Friends. Shit. Have you got any holidays booked this year?
Paris, but we're only going for a weekend.
Oh yeah.
So nothing yet. Obviously we've got the house not happening at the moment, but obviously all the money's going into that at the moment, and then we're going to book an holiday as soon as we moved in.
Yeah. Have you been to Paris before?
No. Have you been?
I went to Disneyland Paris. Didn't I?
Oh shit, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I've not heard great things.
I don't
to be
think
fair.
if we've got any French followers or listenens, but French people are really rude.
Supposed to be rude.
Really, they're really fucking rude. So I had to end up getting the Eurostar in, like a train, because my mum couldn't fly. And that was the fucking hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It was like 3 suitcases, a mobility scooter, and then myself. I was thinking, right, if I help these old ladies on with the bags, they're gonna let because my mum's struggling walking. They're gonna let my mum get onto the. No, I was like, they were like, thanks. I was like, no, and they were like, no. And I was thinking, fucking hell, love.
Wow.
4 of you have just helped all your suitcases on, and helped you on to, and they like wouldn't even wait for him, so they're just rude.
Like the tube in London, similar to that.
It's like London but on Tren.
Oh,
Like, but the worst bit was we had to go from Preston to London, so that's horrendous.
yeah.
In London, change over at whatever station on a cab, and then go from that to fucking
King's Cross to Paris.
King's Cross to.
Yeah.
I was like,
Heavy. That's heavy.
that was honestly tested my patience. Like,
We
myself.
split it up this time, so we're staying overnight in London the night before.
Are you getting training?
Getting the train from somewhere around here to King's Cross, staying in King's Cross for a night, and then travelling in the morning to Paris.
On the Eurostar.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's pretty. Yeah, it's
Straightforward.
pretty straightforward. If you've not got fucking 3 suitcases and mobility scooters, it's
Yeah,
pretty
mate,
easy.
honestly, it'd be that's the thing. Every time we went to London for a weekend, she'd have at least a case.
Yeah,
why
but
are you just not flying?
Honestly,
Yeah.
because I'm tight.
is it really? Is it really?
You know.
Uber, we're knocking out. We've paid fucking 35 quid return each to go to Paris.
What?
For the
35?
Eurostar.
Fuck
Yeah.
off.
What?
Uber were doing it for like fucking 100,000 tickets. But obviously she works in the rail, so we got like saw the email before everyone. She's like, "Do you want to go there?" Yeah, sound. It was 70
Do you know what,
quid
though,
each,
mate? It's the journey as well, innit?
Yeah.
You can make it enjoyable.
Yeah,
But yeah,
just
that-
don't kill any French people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different breed. They're a different breed.
What have you got holidays?
So far, Bali, Singapore, maybe Thailand, in between. But I'm just giving myself probably February, March,
Yeah.
and just go away and just
Yeah.
like I say, going away with my dad. But he'll be there for 10 days. We booked 10 days, just a one-way flight, and then I think I've done Singapore before, but I want to go back, do it with my dad properly. So then go there with him. He'll fly back to the UK from Singapore. I'm fly back to Bali, and then I might nip to Thailand. Might I think it's like a 4-hour flight. So go to Thailand because my mate's over there, and you know Tomo,
Yeah.
he's gonna come over I think as well.
Happy days.
So that'd be good. To be fair, I need it, and then once I get back, then it'll be like we said last time. Season
Yeah,
will start.
game on, won't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I think in reality, I think if we do, probably July will be Dubai, because if I'm going to compete in August, probably won't mind me saying it, Martin's going to move out to Dubai soon. So then I'll probably just go, we were saying before, go over, stay in July, all of July in Dubai, do the final bit of my prep there, just to be, it's that bubble, isn't it? It's that bodybuilding bubble.
Got to be around the right
You've
people.
got to be
innit?
around the right people, you stay in routine, you just train, eat, sleep, everything's catered to you, and then go over to the US.
I'm quite busy me this year, really, but I don't know. Like, everything's not locked in, so I definitely got a family holiday in that villa in Spain again.
Oh yeah, you're going
And
there.
that's like May sometime. I don't know why, but I'm coming to see you in Bali for a couple of weeks.
I won't be there. I'm going to get you. Ghost you.
What else have we got? I've got to go back to Turkey for my teeth, but I'll make it into a bit of a holiday.
Yeah.
Wanted to do Lapland as well. At Christmas time. I fancy
kids
that.
will love that, won't they?
Yeah.
So quite a bit, really.
I'll probably tag along to that. Not
Yeah,
me.
tag along.
I can tag along to every family thing.
But
anyway.
you know what? Do you know what we're going to do? Probably just going to get a jet ski and spend a lot of time.
One of them snowmobiles, you mean?
No. I mean for the caravan. Because
Oh,
we've got a
yeah,
new
yeah.
caravan. So spend a lot of time in Anglesey.
Yeah,
And
just do
if the weather's there, because you know what I mean. We can work off laptop.
How far is it from us? That Anglesey?
An hour and 40.
Yeah, so you
That's
fucking.
alright, that's
it's,
Down the road, mate.
it's
We
weird.
travel longer to shows.
yeah, it's weird when you
Yeah.
like go to places like that 'cause it's like a different world.
Literally, mate.
Completely
Yeah.
different world, isn't it?
Peaceful.
Yeah.
If you
actually-
catch the right weather, do you know what I mean? You've got dolphins and whatnot. And
Is it really?
yeah, it's great.
Wow, that's mad. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, we've got a busy year, haven't we?
Yeah.
But with shows and stuff like that. But yeah, so
Be fun.
just stay on top of it. Anyway, we've actually going to do some questions today.
Fucking hell, is this an actual podcast?
This is actually like
Is it the one
prepared.
where can you see who it is said it, or is it
No,
not? Oh,
I've got some that I can see you said it, but
I'm not gonna lie.
we're
ones
going to
are bad.
start. Hey,
They're not gonna lie. Ones are bad because, yeah.
we're going to start off with a really informative one. Would you rather sit on cock and eat cake, or sit on cake and eat cock?
I mean, they're both as enjoyable as each other, so I'll probably do both at the same time.
There's actually variables to this. How big is the cake and how big is the cock?
That's the
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
What
whose
flavour's the
cock is it?
What
Yeah.
flavour's the cake as well? We're talking a drizzle. We had a drizzle, a carrot cake. Or
Is
what?
it
We
cock
need to
flavor?
know.
If it's cock flavoured cake,
Do we
count
get
me in.
custard? Do we get
We
right?
need to know.
Me no details. No,
Yeah.
go
That-
on. Serious answer. What do you think?
Say it again. Say it again.
Would you rather sit
wow.
on a cock and eat cake, or sit on a cake and eat cock?
Fucking hell.
That's a riff.
Well, I'm gonna go like our G spot is in our arse.
I'd sit on the cock, mate.
Right, so yeah, the
I would.
G spot is in the.
Because, you know why? Because, right, I'm not going to enjoy sitting on a cake, right?
No, yeah.
I might enjoy sitting on a
That's what
cot.
I'm
Don't
saying.
know, never done
There's
it.
a G spot in your ass, so people are into that. So the logical thing is, I'm going to enjoy the cake whilst double whammy.
Yeah.
Kieran will do it on a fasting day. I can't even eat.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not eating. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think the icon. Like, if you could, you could probably back up to it and not realize, not think about it, but like actually putting a cock in your mouth and looking at someone.
I mean, I couldn't even,
I think about this way too much.
I couldn't even suck my own dick, mate. If I'm
Yeah,
honest, so fuck
obviously
that.
it's just too small.
I just can't bend down to do my shoelaces, so there's no way of getting to my dick, bro.
Remember when people used to say Marilyn Manson took his rings out? It was always like a school thing, wasn't it? It's
Yeah,
like, took his
we
rings
were
out,
in every school that did it.
suck his dick.
Oh wow.
Right, another technical one.
What a
Do you
start.
shave your crack?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Depending when. but
Showtime, yeah.
Closer to a show, showtime, yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from that, no.
no, I do. Yeah,
But like all the time.
not all the time, but it depends. You know, if I'm on a promise or
Oh, yeah, that's
you know what I mean? You're thinking like
That's the difference,
you're
innit?
thinking, do you know what I mean? Like I want to lick her arsehole, so she's gonna lick her. Oh yeah. So sometimes, but on the worst one, the worst time I had my first ever show, and I thought, oh, I'll just shave. So just shave my legs, shave my legs, shave the ear. That was it. But I hadn't shaved my armpits. I hadn't shaved like ear. I was like fucking. So do you remember Martin? Oh, I can't remember his fucking last name. Turned up to us to tan. He was like, mate, you have not fucking shaved. So I'm in his kitchen thinking, I don't fucking know. But it's stuff like that that you don't realise, isn't it?
There's a French guy who turned up at rude again. French guy turned up at the PCA backstage and he hadn't shaved anything.
But I've seen loads of people that
Really
are like full on
weird.
hairy
Yeah.
backstage.
What? It
Just full
Yeah,
on.
not
just,
shaved at all.
They're like, you're not sure? Is that I know.
I want to lose. I know. I'm not dieting either.
Yeah, and then he won. So.
He won because he was sick. That'd be you, that now. Don't
yeah,
shave
yeah,
for
he won't
shows.
shave, yeah. All the gays will vote for me. We've got any gay people on the
Can
panel
we-
that came in.
Talks about cocks first 20 minutes in. Not shaving. What is this? Can insulin be used without GH, or are they work both together well? Like, are they better to work them together?
They work better together, but they can be used separate, can't they? So,
Yeah, why?
Yeah. In reality, it's just regards to, obviously,
Put you on the spot there, aren't
yeah, utilising your calories and stuff as it comes in for fullness.
I think with the GH, it was going to allow you to stay leaner.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to allow you to stay leaner. And then from the theory that I said the other day that I was trialling, with if you was doing GH around, say, training windows with the IGF production,
Yeah.
is going to help massively with the insulin.
It's definitely synergistic, but there's a lot of people that can't take
That was a
GH.
bit posh word for you, mate.
Oh, I don't know,
Fucking
yeah.
hell.
I don't
Can we
know what that
rewind
means.
that?
I don't
Like,
know- I don't
rewind
even
it,
know
say
what
it
that
again.
means.
They work together.
Yeah.
But,
What work together that well?
But like you say, there's a lot of people who can't actually take GH anyway. So, but you can still utilise insulin.
Yeah, so the insulin are going to be utilised for obviously the distribution, like carbs,
Yeah.
partitioning of carbohydrates when you need it, and insulin sensitivity. So you can use it without GH.
Yeah.
Doesn't people have this notion where they have to use GH?
No.
If the
Mark uses insulin with no GH. He won't use GH.
Mark Enzo.
Yeah.
How come?
Humphreys. Because of whatever's gone on in the past,
Right.
he's not able to use GH. But he utilises insulin.
Right. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it looks
But
great.
yeah, it will work. I do feel, like I say, I do feel like if you use them together, it's going to be better.
It is going to be beneficial.
But it's going to be more beneficial. But you can use them separately.
There comes a point when if you're using high levels of GH, you need to then use insulin.
Yeah, because of your insulin sensitivity. That's the
Absolutely.
other thing as well. If you're looking at using high levels of GH, your T4.
Yeah.
So that's where people think you've got this concoction of drugs going in, but
In reality, it's to all. Yeah.
in reality, it's to enhance everything else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People are like, oh, they've got metformin in, they've got this. I was having this conversation the other day with a client saying, one person could be going, I'm going to use formula test, which is, let's say it's a gram, yeah. They're going to get so much negative side effects from that gram of gear,
Yeah.
rather than going, do you know what? I'm going to do 400 test, 300 mast, 300 EQ. It's going to be more beneficial to obviously the DHT, the pulling down of estrogen, the in synergy. But they go, oh, they've got him on a whole
And a
concoction
massive
of drugs.
this is when you know people that are uneducated. They say, oh, what are you taking? And you start to realise, oh my God, I can't be taking this, and this.
Yeah.
But all of this is probably less milligram than what you're taking in just one compound.
Yeah.
And that one compound's fucking you up at a
Yeah,
high dose.
That's what I mean, because
Yeah.
the negative kickback from that is going to be huge. Where, as we said before, everything that's in the actual stat design is all working in synergy together to do another job for the other one. So it doesn't. So for example, like Proviron's going to make test more bioavailable. It's going to help control estrogen. Fucking, it's got Proviron in there as well, and it's like, if you know the actual reasoning behind each one, because of
We'd rather utilise like let's just say old school, what they're going to do is they're going to go, oh, nipples a bit puffy, I'm going to bang in some tamoxifen. That's wrong.
Yeah.
You can obviously just utilise other compounds, like you say, bring your test down, increase your primo, increase your mastron, add in some proviron. It'll be more beneficial for you. You'll see it in your blood work as well.
Yeah.
You'll feel better. You don't need to use the AI.
And what you were saying before about blood pressure and things like that, it's like you've got blood pressure going through the roof. That's going to be huge with inflammation, everything like on that side of things. People, like you say, people just don't have the education, do they?
Yeah.
They go, oh, he's on a cocktail of fucking drugs. And it's like, but if you knew the ins and outs, it's like, and it's the same with GH and insulin. The people think insulin's the holy grail. It's going to make you massive. The one thing I'd say about insulin is the mistake people make is they'll put the carbohydrates to the insulin.
Yep.
When your insulin should go to your carbohydrates. So for example, if you're going to use like a Nova Rapid round training and you've got a high amount of carbohydrates, 100 gram, start on 5 IUs or 3 IUs. And that'll help partition that. People will go, I'm going to start insulin, I'm going to start on 10 IUs, I need 100 grams pre, 100 grams post.
Yep.
They just put the fucking calories up by 800
Yeah.
and go, oh, it made me fat. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
We just put 800 calories in. So that's where I think a lot of people go wrong. I'm going to start insulin and then bang in a load of calories that they don't need. So yeah, just think that's...
The way you need to look at it is, let's just say you're drinking beer. If you take too much beer, if you have too much beer, you're going to be absolutely fucked. So just have less beer and have a bit of cocaine as well. You're level yourself back
Yeah,
out.
exactly. Thoughts on a low carb diet?
Great for some people.
When would you utilise a low carb diet?
For someone that obviously has insulin sensitivity issues, or some people, depending off
These
what they
shorts are out my ass.
depending off what they do for work, depending off their lifestyle. Again, it's very person dependent. But let's just say, when you start working with someone, you might see that they get really massive energy benefits from using high fats. They might get sluggish from using high carbs. So it just doesn't make any sense to use a high carb diet with someone like that. A lot of people, even like say busy business owners that are sat by a computer all day, there's no point ramming them with 10 ton of carbs when they can utilise the fats for hormones, cognitive function, helping them with work as well.
I found my preference is lower carbohydrates, say meal 1, 2, pre-workout carbs, intra carbs, post-workout carbs, low carbohydrates.
Yeah.
That works.
So I've just changed someone's diet today, and he said, right, let's quote unquote drop the hammer now and go on holiday or whatever. So literally pull no carbs on a rest day, but increase the fat slightly. And on the training day, there's only carbs now around the training window. That's it.
Yeah. And that's what I'll do that as well with rest days, even in the off season sometimes. We were saying about like them lower days of food. I'll go pretty low carbs and then just backload them in the last meal, ready for the next day. So because it just gives that GI like a little bit of a break. Insulin sensitivity. That's the first thing that I will always do. Again, referring back to insulin, is rather than going, okay, let's bang in metformin, bang in insulin, let's look at the diet where we can move carbs around where they're going to be most utilised. See if that improves insulin sensitivity. Same with the 10-minute walks after each meal, or a bit more cardio. I think we did it with you, didn't we? Putting in some Tabata cardio.
Yes.
What are we doing? 8
rounds, 8 1-minute rounds, 20 on 40.
Yeah.
Moderate.
But that'll just bring your blood glucose back into range and help with your fitness.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's where a lot of people with low carbs, it has, as we always say, it has its place. It's one of the things as well as I would say, don't be married to just one methodology.
Yes.
I look at it as we've got a massive amount of tools in this toolbox. We've got all these different problems to solve, so many different fucking vehicles, different lives, different fucking mileage and so on. Utilise them tools when's needed, but it's knowing when to use them and seeing the signs of it. And
it all is down, like genetics is obviously massive. It's all down to what you've done up until that point as well. The way your body, what it likes to utilise, because it adapts. So whatever you've done since day dot is going to affect what you need to do to make progress. Yeah,
that's another thing as well, where people are like, oh, well, he did it this way, and he did it that way. But it's like, you're not them.
Yeah.
Simple as that. But the same with prep. Well, I've never done cardio in the past. Some preps you might need cardio.
Yeah.
Some preps, your body is just so
adaptive. Yeah.
It's the same. The same. You can have this theory and these methodologies, but it's not. It's about intuitively.
It's bro science.
Yeah, it's intuitively. It is bro doing science. It being like, actually, I think, and sometimes people say, why did you do that? I'm like, I'll be honest, I don't fucking know. I just know.
And it works.
And it works. I'm like, that's...
So there is that, I always say this, like science is great in it, and you can read all this stuff on the internet, and it's going to give you a good baseline and somewhere where to start. Great start there, but then you need to listen to your own body's feedback to make the next changes.
And that's what we always say, isn't it? Like, you're not paying us to do your diet.
No.
You're paying us for experience on what to change, when to change it, how to change it, how to even. I had a client yesterday. How to even manage somebody mentally, where they're going, oh fucking hell, Brian, I'm fucking cheating on my diet again, and it's like, right, let me jump on a call with you. Let's get to the root of this problem.
Yeah, find out
what's causing this, what's triggering it, what's like. Yes, I'm not a psychologist and I'm not a fucking therapist, but I've been in situations where I had people in them situations before, and we can kind of work through it together. Yeah. That's what you're paying coaching for. Yeah. Next one will be, we've done that one. Let's see, personality or looks.
I think it's a bit of both.
I think it starts out as looks, but then.
So the looks is the initial attraction because you don't know the personality anyway, do you?
No.
But you'll have all seen that there's someone that might not be physically attractive to you. You get to know them, they're an amazing person, and all of a sudden they become attractive.
Become friends with benefits.
Yeah. I initially seen you and thought, he's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, what a dickhead.
Yeah.
He's an ugly cunt now.
Thanks for saying good looking. I knew he fancied me. I knew he did. Yeah, I think that's definitely, I'm the same. Like, looks has to be initial attraction of the.
Yeah.
And then but then I've had it both ways where there's been initial attraction. It doesn't matter how fit she is. I'm like,
what an asshole.
I just can't be. I can't deal with you. Fuck off. I don't even want to shag you. That's true. That I don't even want to shag you. Right, looking to start a course of PEDs. What would you suggest first time round?
Initially, test 350 1 mil a week. Mm-hmm. It's an initial go off, and they'd probably run that for. Get blood work done about 8 weeks. Run it for 12 maximum. Then into a cruise phase of probably half a mil, 100 to 125 milligram a week. Mm-hmm. Blood's done again, and then go from there for the first course.
Yeah.
Overall, yeah.
What I tend to do as well is sometimes, I know people don't like doing it, but I'll get their testosterone tested first off, because it's like, well, if your test is in a good range and you're young enough, do we need it? Do we need to like be like, okay, if you're up at 30 nanomolar and you're fucking 21, do we need it? We can eke out as much progress then, and we've seen this on the reverse, when people are like 35, 40 years old and they're like, I'm tired, I'm lethargic, I'm like, let's get your test done. And you'll come back and it'll be like, fucking on, it's rock bottom. And like, now you need testosterone.
Now you need it
so that, like you say, initially just putting that test in, and actually, what I would say as well is finding out the amount of testosterone somebody needs.
Yes.
To put them in.
It's still the top of the range.
Still put them in the top end of the range.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will go, I'll do...
Top end of the, you mean well over the range?
Yeah, fucking right.
Super physiological.
Super physiological. But I don't feel like people warrant 500 milligrams to start off with.
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
I think...
if you put 500 in as your first goal, you're going to get all the negatives as well. You're going to feel
I think
terrible.
you've blown your load.
Yeah.
Like, if I could go back and do a site, fucking I'd be so big. But if I could go back and be like, right, I'm going to eke out as much progress as possible on 300 milligrams a test, and then be like, right, okay, and that's one cycle, and then maybe 400, and 400, or maybe a little bit like, and eke out a little bit more, and just keep doing it that methodically. You could be 2 years down the line and not even touched anywhere near the amounts of people jumping in straight off the bat, because as we know, people will always think more gear doesn't equal more results.
No, not at all.
It's using the least that you possibly can to get the most out of it.
Do you know what the problem is? And this is us speaking from experience, right? So whoever's watching this, if you're thinking about going on a cycle, take note, right? Get your diet right first. Get your training right first. Push to the absolute limit so that you can't go any more before you decide to do it, because there's a shitload of progress that will happen before you even touch gear.
Well, the prime example is Jamie Dorigo.
Yeah.
I trained with him and we trained together. I was on the cycle, he wasn't. And he had everything nailed because he was going to stay natural for the rest of his life, blah, blah. And then he put a course in, he went from fucking like £185 to like fucking 210 within 7 or 8 weeks.
Because everything else was already there.
Oh, he was deadlifting 5 plates aside at fucking £180. He was squatting 5 plates aside at 180. But I mean, like, and was diligent as shit on his diet.
Yeah.
People were like, oh, Ryan must have put him on all this fucking chemicals or drugs. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
It was literally just testosterone. But he blew up because everything else was there.
Yeah.
He was just primed and ready to just make tenfold amount of gains. So you think if you're deadlifting 5 plates aside naturally, and you built that up over time, and then you add some gear in,
flying.
It's
imagine having that chance again.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
people listening to this who haven't done it, ride that fucking wave from
Just
like
do
18 to 21, 22 of just diet, training, diet. But I think we live in a generation now, again, Instagram, you want to be the biggest 18-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't even care if he probably won't watch this, but it's like Brad Willis.
Yeah.
Brad Willis maxed himself
We were
out.
talking about that, weren't we,
Yeah,
the
the other day.
other day?
It was
Yeah.
saying, like, he maxed himself out within 2 years.
Yeah,
it was
and then
fucking huge.
They're
Well,
not changed since then.
can't change now.
His transformation he did was mind blowing, wasn't it? But now he's stuck.
But now he's stuck in that
Yeah.
stuck in that place. He's like, well, where do I go now?
Yeah.
Like, how much gear can I actually push?
Yeah.
And I think JP's touched on that before, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Saying if he could go back. I
Oh,
know
he
he's
said,
that.
yeah. He said he went like, I think he did like 250, 500, 750 a gram. And he just kept going. But he said if he actually went back in time and did like 250, even like 375, then 500, and then just every like 50, 100 milligram, he'd be nowhere near what he's taking now.
Yeah, I think he'd go up to like 6 grams, he said.
Yeah, it's frightening.
I don't know how you fit that in. What's the highest you've been up to?
I don't know in terms of grams.
7.
I'm going to say around 3.5, maybe something like that.
Yeah. The biggest one that I ever ran was I did a grammar test. It ruined me. Grammar test, a grammar deca, grammar VQ.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it was just like.
When I say 3.5, that's close to show with all the
Orals.
tablets.
Yeah, that's when it starts getting like tasty, innit? When it's like, 100 meg of Anabar, 100 meg of Winnie, like every day, like 1400 fucking. And do you think it warrants that?
Probably not.
No.
But you're just trying to fucking do everything you can because you're close to a show.
So I was watching a podcast the other day, and they were saying you actually need less anabolics in a prep phase for muscle retention than you do to grow new muscle.
It makes sense.
Does make sense to me,
but we don't.
But
do
we
that.
don't know because we think if we're having less food or less anabolic, we need more anabolics.
And obviously it works.
Yeah.
But I think because I've always done it myself, where it's been like medium, like pretty much a gram and a half of gear throughout the off season. That might be like 750 test and another compound or whatever it is. One, it's just ease. Two, I know my body's going to perform at that. And then when it goes to, like you say, when it goes to prep, it can be like, say, a grammar test to keep the fullness. It can be like Primo, Masteron. Don't use Tren anymore, but probably next prep I will do. And then Anavars, Winnie, Halo. You like the list is fucking longer than your arm. But then you think to yourself like, I don't know, do you need it?
Well, that's one of them. Again, it's bro science, isn't it, right? I was doing 750 tests for most of the prep. Then I think before the last show was like, body's tired, it's getting flat, can't hold the fullness. Bump test from 750 to 1200. No science behind it, just let's see what happens. Full as a house.
Yeah.
Solid, felt great. It worked.
Yeah. I remember seeing that actually. To be fair.
I couldn't do that now. If I put that in now, fucking head'd fall off. I wouldn't be able to eat.
Yeah, I think when you're in a prep phase as well, the body's so susceptible to obviously change.
Yeah.
Like any little changes you make, you can put fucking 12.5 aromathin in and just get drier and drier. Do you know what I mean? Like in an off season, you just don't see that sort of change. But
I remember as we flattened out, we put in Superdrol, and it was literally like bang.
Superdrol's fucking quality, mate. Yeah.
It was like it was like being filled by just like a balloon.
Yeah.
From no other change, there's no diet change, but we were going so flat. Put that in, it was like bang.
Yeah,
like,
I think that when you're using
it was minimal as well. It was like next to nothing.
DHB and Superdrol, when you're fat free,
it's
fucking
nuts.
incredible results.
It's nuts.
See, when I got that cycle off, I think he was like DHB, but I couldn't get hold the no pip one.
Yeah.
It's just fucking brutal, isn't it? The pip on the ones without. I
Does-
think there's one that you used was no pip, wasn't it? And it's still pipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Sometimes I find that as well with PIP, like, so someone's asked a question actually with like intramuscular site injections, like where's the best ones, and we on site and set, but sometimes it impedes you to train.
Yeah.
Like,
if it's that bad a
painful.
pip, then yeah.
I was using Ment at one point, and that was like
I've never
fucking,
tried that. Is that painful as fuck?
yeah, it's fucking sore.
But the DHB that I got, a few people at the time were like, "Oh, what are you using?" Told them, got them the same one as I was using, and they were like, "I can't fucking inject that; it's too painful." But it wasn't hurting me that much.
You're fucking tough.
I was thinking it's like got concrete in my shoulders.
Yeah, it's not sinful.
I think every new site you do get a bit of pip on, don't you?
Yeah,
I think every time you utilise a complete fresh site, it's completely new.
So, for the question, I literally go side delt, rear delt, side delt, rear delt, lat.
Yeah.
Sometimes tricep. And I'll just rotate.
I don't have rear delts, so I have to. I just missed the rear delts off now. But I only started doing lats since you'd mentioned
Never
it.
do glutes anymore.
Never done glutes.
No, I don't do glutes.
Single
No.
Don't do
years.
legs anymore.
I do legs.
Do you do?
I do quads.
Oh no.
Is that because you think, in theory, it might?
I do them, so it's a little bit painful, so it can help me connect better.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
I don't
feel-
think that
yeah,
the site injection is like, oh, they're going to grow because there's gear there. But I swear that's how I did it with rear delts. The day before I used to train rears, I'd inject both rear delts. They'd be painful, so then I'd connect really well when I train them.
That's what I found with the resist stuff. You know the
the pre-gym formula.
the pre-gym
Yeah.
formula. I
Yeah.
found that.
Yeah, I use that. Yeah,
the
it's good.
L-carnitine and
I've
what
never
else is
tried
in it? ATP and something else.
And
arginine,
adenosine.
something like that.
I don't know.
Should know that really.
Yeah,
but,
we should.
but yeah, I found that if I put that in, say pre-arms or side delts, or the connection that I get is just fucking insane. And that's what you do. You feel like a better contraction.
Better contraction.
Yeah.
So like that's where I don't know if that actually site injection for that does actually work, maybe, but like you say, it's the pip, innit? It's the pip that then gives you that connection.
Yeah, and the swelling, I think.
Yeah. Someone was saying to me, fuck me, I don't know the conversation. We've not sure I had it with you. If someone was saying he used to get like the 1 mil insulin pins.
No, you told me an old school bodybuilder.
and just
inject air, wasn't it?
well, never not inject anything, just pin himself.
Who was it? An
Just
old
pin
school-
himself.
Old school bodybuilder.
So it was sore.
Yeah, that's a bit fucking.
That's
a
a
bit
bit
weird.
fucked, innit?
Yeah.
I mean, we do a lot of
Yeah. You're just like, it's a bit fucked that.
Yeah.
And fucking done loads of worse. Done loads worse. But yeah, it's so I just rotate, and I used to use the small short.
I use tiny green ones. Not people are gonna think that they really think Mackie straw ones. No, like insulin needles, but green. And they're really thin.
See, you can't do them, can you?
I can, yeah. I just use blues because they're just readily available.
Nah, you're hard.
Horrible guy.
You're right.
Yeah,
I once did a green, but you've done a green, ain't you? I did it in my shoulder once. It's
Never,
the worst
ever.
thing I've ever
Yeah,
done.
I've done a green when I've had nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get it in.
When I was in Mexico, I went to the fucking pharmacy. I thought, right, I'm gonna get some quality gear and that. And she was like, brought out some sus. It was like 30 quid, and I thought, oh, standard prices really. And she's like, I got it out of the box. It was 1 mil. I was like, 30 quid for 1 mil. I said, look, have you not got any like underground stuff? So she goes in the back and she
Underground?
yeah. She comes out with this box, all this shit in it with labels falling off it and stuff. I thought, oh, I'm not taking that. I'll just pay 30 quid for 1 mil. And then obviously you had to pay for the plungers and pay for the needle. I think the plunger and the needle come in a pack together, and it was yellow. It was like a fucking harpoon. It was thicker than the green. And I'm like,
Spicy.
what do you want me to do with that? And she's like, would you not know what you're doing? I'm
you
like,
not know what you-
yeah, I'll draw up with it. Have you not got something to inject with? She went, you draw up with it and you inject it. I'm not fucking sticking that in there.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't actually. I asked for some others.
Pussy.
Pay for some others. fucking faggot.
Added in. So thoughts of adding in things like battle rope, slam ball, plank to your bodybuilding training for cardio benefit intervals to finish.
I'm all for it. Not for when you say finish, not to finish a session, no. I'm all for it as a cardio session, right? So say if you're getting closer to a show and cardio to you is just absolutely fucking mundane.
Yeah,
So you really need to pull some more calories somehow, but you don't want to do double cardio sessions. I think it's a great way to add in so resistance training.
See, the way I've done it with, say, like Tom, for example, we've done the interval train, haven't we?
Yes.
So I found doing things like rower, things like what's that fucking thing called?
Ski
erg. Things like that's quite fun in the off season to get your fitness levels up, emulating like your set. So 20 to 30 seconds all out, recovery, go again. So to emulate that, get that fitness levels up. I found if I do it like battle ropes, med ball slams and so on when I'm depleted down prepping, the fatigue is too high.
Yeah.
So I'll do intervals on like a cross trainer.
Yeah.
Or intervals sometimes on a bike. The same sort of thing where it's just 20 seconds all out, 40 seconds rest, or 30-30. I think that's a really good way because you're going to burn more calories after than you are whilst you're doing it. And like you say, it's just time efficient.
Yeah.
But I don't think adding battle ropes and things like that maybe in the off season. But again, when you prep, for me, when I'm prepping,
when you're
I'm
prepping, I think the
fucked.
fatigue's just going to be a bit.
It's just going to take away from your sessions, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. But
I think it's good to do cardio you enjoy, but I think if the next day you can't train or you don't train push as efficiently because you did battle ropes the day before,
it's counterproductive.
Yeah, I suppose it's how conditioned your body is to stuff like that as well, because and it's person dependent. If you're someone that fucking hates cardio that much, then you're not right to do it, because if you're not putting the effort in when you're doing it and you absolutely hate it, you're not enjoying the journey, what's the point? But if you love doing battle ropes and shit like that,
The consistency of it.
Yeah, then fucking crack on and do it.
I think as well, another point I've started doing a lot with a lot of guys is you're not utilising the Stairmaster straight away, allowing them to get a certain level of fitness and certain levels on bike or cross train or something that's low impact. But then what I found as well is adding in the Stairmaster isn't because the Stairmaster will quote unquote burn more calories, but it's because the actual level doesn't change. Because you dictate how fast you go on a cross trainer.
Yeah.
If it's level 10 on a Stairmaster,
It's level 10,
it's
yeah.
level 10 always. So that's how I found like further down the line as I get, because people do like, it's just human.
Slack off and slow down.
It's just human. Like I can set a heart rate to them, but
Yeah.
most of the time, no one's really gonna give a fuck, and they're just like, okay, I'm fucking like set 7 or 8 weeks out.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, if we switch it over now to Stairmaster and it's a level 8 and it's always level 8,
Yeah,
you're either gonna fall off or do level 8. So I found that's a really good tool to keep them
fair play,
working at that same level every time.
Yeah,
And I've
that
noticed
works.
it myself where I've got into some days just get into doing cardio and you're like, I'm fucked. And you'll do cross training, you'll do 40 minutes or 50, 60 minutes, but it isn't as hard as you did it when you first started prep.
No.
But that Stairmaster, you can't avoid it. I think that's a good
shout, to
tool.
be
You
fair.
just got to be careful with, obviously, the fullness of your legs.
Yeah.
innit? But okay, if you were to train 6 to 7 days a week, would you opt for a more higher volume or one body part or split, or would you go?
I've done 6 days, and when I did high volume and split the body parts.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that type of training.
Did you do continuous 6 days, or
Yes. Sunday off.
and just 6 days Sunday off?
Yeah.
How did you work that out then? How many sets?
So the high volume, it was you listen to your body. So some of them were sets, some of them were 3 sets, 4 sets, but it was more like you got a certain number to hit, a certain rest, and then a certain number to hit. And so say if you had to do 10 reps, 20 seconds rest, then you try and do 10 reps again.
Like
Once
a
you
rest
can't,
pause sort of thing?
yeah, kind of. But once you can't get 5 reps, that's you done on that
Yeah.
particular exercise.
Quite cool.
So one day you might have done 3 sets on it. The next week you might have got fucking 7 sets on it.
Okay.
You're kind of listening to your body at that time.
What's your thoughts on the reps in reserve?
I'm going to say I'm not a fan, right? But it is what it is. So I just train on how I feel. And if that day I feel like I'm not ready to fucking go to complete failure, then I won't. So I suppose, is that reps in reserve? Yeah, maybe, if that's what you want to label it.
I think the theory is great. I've never actually applied it myself, but looking at like escalating volume over the weeks as your food goes up, and you're doing reps in reserve, and then going like, okay, we're going to go back to baseline and going again. Okay. I've read a few studies, seen a few things on that, and I know guys who've done it anecdotally, and recorded it on like the actual progress. What they said they found was doing the DC, all out failure, heavy load, as you become a more advanced bodybuilder, become stronger, joints become older, your fatigue, and then external variables, the actual reps and reserves, he still gained, if not more muscle, but wasn't as injured because he could train in blocks for longer. He could do 12 weeks instead of 6 weeks and have a week off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I'll be honest with you, mate, like being old school, that is DY, Dorian, that is just that's just bodybuilding, isn't it? That is just
when you look at Dorian though, what I think he did really well was he had so much recovery.
Yeah, but the difference is he's able to take it there, and most people aren't.
The other thing with that though is if we actually look at why Dorian stopped bodybuilding.
Yeah, because he's fucked.
Because he got injured.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like at that point you're like he built his physique with that.
Yeah.
Got so strong to a point where his joints, tendons, ligaments couldn't handle that stress, and that fucked his career.
Mate, I'm not talking longevity here. I'm just talking full on enjoyment. What bodybuilding is to me, and that is bodybuilding.
Oh yeah,
I fucking love it.
Like I love that style of training, but we was having a conversation yesterday, weren't we? Like,
you can't do it every day.
It's not sustainable. If you want to be in it for a long time, it's definitely not the way to do it. If you look at people, I've been in it for a long time, like people like Dexter, for example. It was 20 minutes on an exercise bike a day, like massively low impact, and then he's training, never true failure, just getting a good pump and great, but he's also got genetics to allow him to train that way and be that way.
I think the other side of it as well, for people who are listening, is there's going to be phases in your career where different methodologies is going to be beneficial.
100%.
So looking at like upper, lower, heavy training, basics, getting shit done, getting strong, moving a lot of weight, packing on muscle, and then there's going to be times like we said, like now, where we might train how we feel. But they'll go, fucking hell, they're not training. It's like, no, but we've done the 15 years of work.
Yeah, done all
to
that,
build the
yeah.
physique. It's like, the worst thing that could happen to us now is we tear a muscle off.
Yeah.
So it's like the risk reward. It's like, okay, yeah, you might look at, I know we keep saying about like JP, Branch Warren, the people that trained in that manner, all the careers ended because of an injury.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
at that point they didn't need to train like that anymore.
No, you
But it's
definitely can't keep it up.
You can't sustain that. But I think there is a period of time where things do actually need to be implemented to gain the amount of mass.
Yeah,
Because
just-
there's no word of a lie. Like DC training and like Dorian Yates style training will put the most muscle on you.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Because it's progressive overload. It's when you look at it, you eat more food, you lift more weight, you recover, and then you eat more food and you lift more weight.
Yeah.
There's more muscle. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
But it is fucking difficult to do. I'm just going to say it's a higher percentage of people that aren't able to actually do it in terms of they'll do the style, but they won't
take it all the way
Yeah,
there.
they won't take it all the way there. So they don't actually warrant a break after 4 to 6 weeks.
No, they just take it anyway.
They take it anyway when they don't really need it.
The thing I think as well with the deloads is maybe catching them earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fucking 17, 18 years into the game or something now. I don't even know how long it's been. And I still haven't mastered that.
No.
When I'm injured, I continue to train for too long. When I'm unwell, I continue to train for too long.
Do you think bodybuilding is an addiction?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
More mentally than physically for me, I'd say.
Right.
I just can't keep my shit together if I've not got the routine.
Yeah. I think it's
Do you
a
not
routine
think if
thing.
you, so for example, it's the routine and the training, like going to the gym, doing that, if you then put that into a different training style,
Yeah.
training,
It's not bodybuilding for me. It's fitness in general. It was football at one stage. It was
Yeah.
boxing at one stage. You know, it's not bodybuilding itself. It's having that outlet and being, because when I'm in, I'm in. So when it was football, it was a watch every fucking football game. You know, and every minute I've got, I'm going kicking a ball. And the same when it was boxing, and now it's the same with bodybuilding. But when I'm into something, so I'm into boxing now. I haven't watched a football game or a boxing match since. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm all in.
Yeah.
do you think anabolics are addictive?
No, I think I could stop. Like, obviously we're only costing everybody's whole section now, so when it's time to come off, we'll come off. Like, I'm not like, oh no, I need to go back
Do you
on.
think you could just stop cold turkey?
Well, no, you couldn't, could you? Because
No, but I'm saying, if you like, yeah, but
if you
like-
didn't have the mental problems and issues,
Yeah.
yeah, we've had this conversation.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding, steroids, whatever, is my life right now, but it's not the be all and end all. If there was something else that was more important at the time, then that's what I'd be doing.
Yeah.
would you be able to just stop?
I think so. Yeah.
I think I've done it like that period. I think it was the end of last year, and I was like, yeah, fuck bodybuilding, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
What I found was the actual feeling of feeling big still, and actually feeling like, because I'd come and train with you, or I'd be around bodybuilders, and because I was still in that world, it's not the actual substance. It is, yeah, it's addictive because you're like, fuck, I feel small.
Yeah, it's
like,
acknowledged, yeah.
So
Yeah.
like when you do stop, I always thought I'm not emotionally attached to my physique, I'm not bothered, blah blah blah. And I went away to Ibiza, and everybody still thought I looked fucking mega, but I felt fucking tiny because it's how
Yeah.
you'll have that feeling of feeling full and
You
big
know,
and
don't you? Yeah.
strong. That's the mental side of it. It's like,
I think the problem is, which I didn't think about when I just said it, is, say if I was like, right, I'm just going to stop bodybuilding now, just going to do some cardio and a bit of a circuit in the morning just to keep fit or whatever, but I've got something else in life that I want to push towards and I'm enjoying it. But my circle of friends and the people that are around me and the close people are all bodybuilders still. So you're going to be reminded of it every day.
That's what it was, yeah.
And so then you're going to be
and
dragged back.
What I found as well is it is your identity.
Yeah.
As much as you think it's not, people know you as the bodybuilder,
Yeah.
as the big guy. So that's your identity. So go, fucking hell, you've lost weight, bro.
Yeah,
And
you've lost
honestly,
weight.
but you're like, fuck. And then you're then like no longer sin as a bodybuilder. So then you kind of lose yourself being like, what am I? Which is
Have you ever
fucking
had it?
crazy.
I know you said in the beef for people coming up to you. Have you ever had it? So I had it. Honestly, it was one of the worst things I ever heard. I was in Tesco. My mate's brother was working there. I walked in. He went, "Fucking hell! I used to be massive." I was like, "You little prick."
I have
Did
like,
that to you?
Yeah.
I
This
have
was
it when-
like when I was like 19.
Yeah,
I have it when
I
I'm
was like,
dieting
you
and I
little
think
bastard.
I'm going to be in aisle 6 here, ragged off. I've got my trunks on. Don't make me do it, Janet. She's like, God, ain't you lost weight? God, you've got skin. I think, fucking play the music. Over there, I think, fucking. I'm in freezer aisle as well.
That's why most men struggle to diet. They struggle to diet because they have that small man
Straight
syndrome.
away,
yeah.
And they go, oh, my clothes are hanging off me. Yeah, but you've got to take it to that next level now where you'll be absolutely peeled out your mind. And then when you do, and you take your top off, you look 5 times as big, but they just don't ever get there.
That was another thing as well when I was obviously losing weight and not bodybuilding as such. With my top off, I look mint. Not mint, but I look great. You know, like, people would be like, fucking hell, you look mint, mate. Like, that's exactly how I'd want to look. Yeah. And I was just like, but with my clothes on, I feel like a little bitch. Yeah. I felt like a normal person.
Do you know,
that's horrible. Size down and everything. You sound.
You look at Ian Vellier now, and obviously he's retired and he's putting everything into running, isn't he? Like athletes, track and field shit. And right now, from what he says, he feels amazing, he feels great, life's good and all that. But he puts a picture on without his top on and he's still huge. Yeah. But in a few years, he won't be. No. Yeah. And let's see if he's got the same mindset then. That's
what I think it is. It's and I've had it before as well when I had some time off, like, unexpectedly. Let's say I was injured. And I literally went down to about 11 and a half, 11 and a half stone. And people treat you differently. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm still 16 stone. Yeah. But then the people, when you're walking around in the shopping centres or wherever, I know it's gonna sound weird, but people don't move out the way. They don't respect you. They don't. It's like an alpha male thing where people will treat you completely. Like, you meet someone, if you're big, they're all right, bro.
You go to places when you're abroad or whatever, and they put you in VIP or they get you a nice table, and you think, what the fuck's this?
I remember went out a few months ago, and the door lad was there. He was like, it's just VIP, innit, mate? I was like, all right then. I said, how much for a table? He was like, you can't come in. The owner goes, mate, are you for real? Like, and I'm thinking, I'm nobody. Like, he was like, what do you want? I'll sit you down. Like, do you want a bottle? He would say to the bouncer, like, anything he wants. I was thinking, I'm a fucking no one. But it's because you have that stature of being big. I know it's weird, but you have that stature of being big.
It does happen, doesn't it?
But when you haven't got that, like, you kind of think, fucking hell, like, I feel a bit weird here.
Yeah, I suppose as well, because as a bodybuilder, you wear it.
It's your identity.
Yeah. So say if you was a professional footballer or whatever, but like, I know they're well known, but say you wasn't a well known one and you're out, no one's gonna have a fucking clue you are, no one cares. But if you were stood behind, they'd all be looking at you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
And that's the one thing that's hard to get your head around. Yeah. And that's where I think it becomes, it's not the actual like steroids that's addictive. It's the actual things that come with it and the physique.
I suppose. Like when I'm on holiday now, walking down a strip or whatever, been doing that long that I'd forget people stare, but you just don't notice anymore that people are staring. But I suppose if it stopped bodybuilding and I was small, I'd then notice people not staring and
you'd be that guy that I used to be big. Back in my day, I used to be I used to be massive. It's a weird one, but yeah, I'm gonna start bodybuilding again. No, it's I don't think that's the question I always think to myself. It's like, if I stop bodybuilding, I'd have to, like you say, move away from. Instagram's the same. You just did it with me with Keown. Yeah. Like, where he's just sent me Keown's video and I'm like, fuck's sake.
Fires you up to foot. Do you know what? When I sent you that, because I sat there fired up myself, looking at it thinking, fuck, I need to get in the gym. That's the effect that you have on people yourself. You don't really realise. So when you get these messages off people saying, oh, you really inspire me, and you're like, thank you very much, appreciate that. That's a job well done. Then I'm glad, thanks for the message or whatever. But it never really sinks in.
No, because it's just.
But that's exactly when you just looked at that video and felt that's how they feel.
Yeah, and that's, I said to Tom as well yesterday, like, creating long form content and creating content, you've got to look at it as like, I'm not creating it for right now, I'm creating it for like years to come for people to then look back on it. I think we had this conversation when we was doing content the other day, saying like, who was it? Was saying he'd love Elon Musk and fucking Jeff Bezos and people like that to have created the content.
Oh yeah. Mosey, wasn't it? So imagine having that stuff,
that stuff to see.
That's why he's doing it,
That's why he's doing it now.
And that's why when I think about it, I think, well, create content. So I always look at like Brandon Harding, and Brandon Harding's created content since he was 18.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I'm like, that's so cool to look back at like 18 to now his pro debut.
Bro, people have put this thing on Instagram at the minute. It says tap in, put a picture on from when you were 21.
Yeah.
I scroll back to the first picture I've got on my phone, and I'm 23. Like, what the fuck? Not even got a picture from when I was 21. Fuck, you know.
That's class. Yeah, being your mum's like biscuits and one of
be on one of them wind up cameras. Fuck, you know, that's class. That's another fucking thing. What's the most weirdest thing someone's asked you to do during sex?
During sex?
Yeah.
Might have been raped. Tell me to get it out.
Stop. Please stop.
I don't think there's ever been anything that weird. You know?
No, I haven't. Like, I've had weird. Oh shit! I've had weird requests when I've been in Ibiza to like sleep with people's misses.
I've had weird requests.
Yeah, but I've never actually gone through with it. Yeah, money wasn't right. It didn't work out the money, but
It wasn't weird when I did it. But
yeah, didn't seem weird. And then after the mist, you know that mist that clears, and you're like, oh, where am I? What the fucking hell? This is a bit weird. This, I should never have done this. This cake tastes good though. I think an hour already is gone.
Is it an hour now?
Wow.
Is that an hour?
Wow.
Fucking hell.
We've
So
not even
listen, I've
talked
got a
about
quick
anything
one.
again.
Do you know, like when you first started bodybuilding, and it was just like, you know, I used to go into the gym with like the local NABA guys, you know,
Yeah,
old school, and nothing was set. It was like, right, we're training chest, lad, great. Right, jump on the cable flies. Right, how many are we doing? Just do them. Yeah, but how many? Just do them. So you just carry on doing it. How many sets are we doing? We're just going to keep doing it. You know, you just do it until you're fucked, and then you move on. I remember, do you remember Massive Joe's? Can you remember that?
No.
Some Australian thing. Used to get like these workouts off there, me and my mates, and there was one where there's like a pack of cards, and each card would be something different that you got to do. So we'd all be actually on the squat rack, and you'd all pull a card. And it might be like, oh, I've pulled the jack, I've got to do 50 reps.
We should do a video on that.
Yeah,
They're quite cool.
Well, I remember I was in LA and was doing like a squat party with some of them.
No.
And it basically just a plate aside, and there's like loads of deck chairs, loads of fucking, and it's like in this Metroflex, just go and do 10 reps, put a plate on, and everyone just goes up and does as many reps as they can.
Bro, it's only like when we did it the other day, when you went first. So he's like, right, Kieran, you got to beat me, and then every time you've always got more, so you'll always beat that person.
Leg press.
Yeah, so that'd be quite cool to do because you'll really push to how far you can fucking go. We'll end up with that fucking rhabdo thing that we call it in hospital fucked.
Like John Ramsey, when I put him in hospital. Right, well,
That was
short and sweet. We're getting too good at these.
That was an hour.
Oh, can we just stay for a bit longer, please? I feel like I've slept with a prostitute just trying to get out. Your time's up. Your time's up, mate. You've not paid. No, again, another. We'll have to do one. I'll have to do one on Zoom.
Yeah, we'll do.
Oh, yeah.
Zoom.
Someone messaged me saying, oh, it's way better quality that I can tell which pixel you are now.
What you with me? What message you thinking with me?
I don't know, what was
Need
that?
glasses.
Oh, no,
yesterday on
it's
your
one
Instagram.
of them random things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, well, thank you for watching. Once again, an amazing episode. We've fucking talked a load of bollocks, which is what we do. Subscribe, like, all that jazz. Just watch it.
Yeah. Comment, peace, bye.